$23,000 saved at 17, what next? Hey, as you saw by the title, I'm currently 17 and have saved approx 20k in the last 3 years of doing hustles online and being an entrepreneur. I was wondering to ask for some advice or good tips for me moving forward in life. I live in a country where the average salary is approx $1.5k month, and I'm currently making around that from my Shopify store building service business. My passion is business, and since 14 when I found out about it, I figured that that's what I want to do for the rest of my life and not go work 9-5 or go to college uni. So my question is, what advice would anyone who has lived longer on earth than me have for me moving forward? Should I stay this last 1.5 year in high school or drop out and have an earlier start full in on business? Should I do business on the side or should I continue doing what I'm doing right now, try to scale and learn more and become more valuable as a person to always have that security pillow if I ever become in need of a job? Anything you'd like to say, please feel free to leave down below. Thanks so much. Edit. Wad. My first post on Reddit ever and it blew up. I just want to say one thing, I have screenshotted all answers and rereading them, as this comment section is way better than any article I've ever read, as this is directly directed to me and my situation. Thank you all wonderful people, I truly appreciate the efforts and answers and advice, I will not take it for granted. Finish high school. You are partway there anyway. You can always hold off on college, and I don't know what country you are in, but if high school is free, finish. It more than likely won't be free as an adult, and if you ever need it, you will have it. Invest your savings and don't touch it. Make it work for you and watch it grow. I wish I had invested at your age, I would be a multi-millionaire right now. I agree with investing, but OP has only 20k. That's not going to make you rich. If he wants to be a multi-millionaire, he has to focus on earning more money. Because he simply has too little money to make it worthwhile and will have some big liabilities later on, buying, renting a place. I think his main focus should be improving himself as a person. Exempli Gratia, by studying or working for another company first. That way he will become more valuable and probably find a way to earn more money. If he were then to invest it, he could surely become richer. But TBH, it's not worth investing his 20k now. He could better invest it on study travel to become more valuable. Just my 2 cents. Invested, that 20k will grow at compound interest for the rest of his working life. If OP aimed to retire at 55, it would be worth over 110k, even if nothing was added to it, at 5%. Having said that, I've just spent all my life savings and diverted my pension contributions to invest in my businesses, and in terms of raw value, they've grown at 30 to 40% rather than a paltry 5%. At 17 you can have a very, very tolerant attitude to risk and bag some huge gains as a result. So my takeaway is this. Save some. Put 5 to 10k away today and call it your house fund or some crap. Spend the rest. Hell, you've 17 and you have 10k to play with, go make some mistakes. Have some fun. Maybe play with half and invest half, maybe throw it all behind a new project, whatever makes you happy. At this point, you've earned it and you can clearly earn some more, so go and create some stories so that when you're a tied down middle-aged muppet like me, you can bore people to death at toddler swimming classes with stories of your misspent youth. I'm 33 and I've never had more than £2k in liquid savings, barring pension, which I'll get to. But I'm sat on a £750k property, a business that turns over a comfortable £200k a year, and a job that pays around £90k to boot. I got where I am through debt. I borrowed £100k to gain my commercial pilot's license and landed a job with a good UK airline by the time I was 23. I was offered some excellent advice early on, mainly that paying down my training debt early was a false economy. I was paying 2.5%. Every extra £1 to pay off the debt would save me around another £0.3 in interest. But the same £1 into my pension would accumulate well over another £1 in interest, plus my company would match it with around £1.50 in contributions. Save 30p versus making £2.50. That's easy maths. Add to this that I've amassed a retirement pot well over £100k, with 32 years before mandatory retirement. So, the lesson here is that debt isn't the enemy. Don't be afraid of leveraging your capital to increase your gains, and do take the time to investigate your options and weigh them up objectively. Just 2 things I haven't seen mentioned yet. 1. Invest in yourself. Don't just finish HS, consider college and business school as well. It may slightly delay when you're able to focus on business full-time, but the tools you gain, and maybe more importantly, the connections you make, will serve you in the long run and maybe help you avoid some costly mistakes. 2. Work on your writing English. Not sure what country you're in, but you still write like I did at 17. To be taken seriously you need to be writing with no usage, grammar, spelling issues. Maybe take a class just on this and take it very seriously. I wouldn't recommend business school. It seems like he already has a passion for that and can figure out this on his own. I'd recommend something that's more complementary in his success. Finance and accounting would be two that would definitely help in his long-term goals. I suggested it as much for the connections that would be made as for the knowledge imparted. If you want to run a successful business, it helps to have a Rolodex full of smart people. Finish high school, it's an easy win. The only downside is investing your time, but it's only a year and some change for you. You're young with plenty of time to get things in order. To the contrary, the downside if you don't finish can have some large impacts like later regret of not finishing and negative effects if you decide a different path later, job prospects, military, higher education, etc. Most things require, at minimum, a high school diploma. Being an entrepreneur isn't about taking on blind risks. It's about managing risks wisely. The prospect of dropping out of high school is very risky and unwise in my estimation. You might think high risk, high reward, but life will serve you some harsh realities. Hope you make the wise decision and not the expedient one. Great progress so far. I'd say finish high school, because why not? And it may remove some barriers down the road that you aren't thinking about right now. Continue with your online hustles, continue learning, improving and making more money. Money equals freedom, so by the time you graduate, you won't need a job and can take the time to find what you really want to do and pour all of your effort into. Great viewpoint, yeah, you guys convinced me to finish it, we'll do that. Wow. First of all, congratulations. 23K is good money for your age. However, it's chump change over a lifetime. You have to earn more money than that, and to do that, not only do you need skills, knowledge and abilities, you also have to work and socialize with the right group of people. Finish high school, and maybe take a look at higher education, see a guidance counselor if they are any good, or maybe even use some of your money to get counseling online from a reputable source, but please do your research carefully on this. People are giving you the right idea about scale, etc., but scale is also about organization and specialized knowledge. Do you know what they all are? University and higher education will open up so many doors for you, so I hope you continue with it. Hello, first of all, you made me really impressed. I am also 17-year-old guy who attends to high school. I also try to earn money online on different ways, and I saved $4,000. I feel undervalued after seeing this post. Lamau, I started from zero in 2018. I was selling clothes starting from second-hand shit to luxury brands. But I left this industry, and in March 2020 I invested in cryptocurrencies. I had around $5,600 at some point. I lost almost my all money, and now I am on zero. I learned a lot about trading and blockchain technology. But I am thinking about new business I could run. I am looking for inspiration, new ideas, etc. If you want to share our experiences or just chat, feel free to DM me. I would be really happy to conversate with a person in my age about this beautiful journey which is entrepreneurship. Read the book The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. Best advice. I have read it and I agree, it had some nice advice and I'm also in the Fastlane forums. So I'm in my 30s and have also chosen this life path. Congratulations on saving that much by 17, I was in a similar situation by 23 or so. I would definitely advise finishing high school. If I could go back and do things differently, I would have pursued some form of business degree at college unit. The people you meet and social skills you learn are extremely valuable as you get older. Continue working on the side doing your own stuff as well, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, your main goal should be social intelligence. College is a great place to socialize with people in your field who share interests, but more importantly are better than you. You don't just simply do business. You can start a business, grow a business, etc. If you don't have a business you want to start, then why would you even consider leaving high school? I would suggest finishing high school. It can be pretty fun, depending on how much you worry about it and whatnot, but it's also a lot harder to go back and finish it than it is to just do it. You're already making an average wage for your country with what I assume is an easy business that doesn't take much time out of your day, assumptions made since it's Shopify. That's a very livable salary. Consider what you want to do with your life, travel, retire early, etc., and find the path there. Start thinking of business ideas if you want. Finally, it sounds like you might be interested in retiring early. If you do, I would recommend reading some materials about it. Googling FIRE could get you started. If you don't, then figure out what safety net you want and make that your emergency fund and use the rest for your next pursuits. A lot of broke people in here will tell you what to do with your money. Are they rich? So why would you listen to them? Me, however, I made a hell of a lot of money. My advice would be to do whatever you want with it. If you lose it all, it's a learning experience and you'll be back in the cycle soon enough to get your money back. Build the systems in your existing business so it can run without your daily input. Then travel for a year and explore different cultures. Your mind will be a haven for ideas by the time you've done that. The world we know will be unrecognizable 5 years from now, enjoy it while you can. Keep saving, dude. I had about the same when I was your age and now at 22 have almost 7 times that amount and my possibilities are way broader, still don't know what to do with it lol. What I mean is, don't blow it, if you're going to invest just take amounts you can afford to lose and don't spend in education if you are lucky to have your parents pay for it. Focus on finding some sort of path you want to follow and then adjust your business to that. Invest in passive income streams, research a lot before starting, it'll be worth it, being able to say you literally keep earning money while you sleep is something else. And avoid spending in unnecessary stuff just BC you can afford it, it's kinda hard, but in the long run you'll be glad. Good luck, dude. I recommend reading Rich Dad Poor Dad and other similar books to better understand how you can make your money grow, you have a fantastic start. I would finish high school but not go to university college. I say this because when I graduated in 2013 very few people got a job straight out of university and very few were able to stay in touch with connections, if they even made any. Looking back I found university a very fun waste of time and money. Learn to do by doing and keep being entrepreneurial is what I would do. I am currently trying to start my own business as well, since it's the only way I can see out of the rat race in my lifetime. Hey mate, awesome work on the Shopify store. I think you are more than capable of staying in high school and continuing a commerce on the side. I know plenty of people who have started selling on Amazon and was working full-time. Usually they quit when the business is doing well and it has grown that they need to attend to it. Just keep learning about e-commerce and entrepreneurship on the side while still in high school. Once it is time for you can always take a gap year to work on your business and keep saving money for now. Buy a Camaro with big rims. I kid. The best investment you can make is investing in yourself. Finish high school, don't go to college, don't buy dumb st, find a way to scale your business up. Learn up on stocks, learn how to sell, and read up on Bitcoin. You have started life on the right path, keep it up. Get an Audible membership and read books that will help you level up. Compound Effect, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the 48 Laws of Power to name a few. Finally, surround yourself with like-minded individuals. I'm 29 years old and you would be surprised how many people my age live with mommy and daddy and plays box all day. Start learning a trader industry. Doing so you'll get an idea to pursue if it makes that industry better or easier. Ideas don't just fall into your lap. Oftentimes we encounter problems in life that haven't been solved in scale yet and then that is where the money is won solved in scale. Inspiration comes when living life. Also another important lesson I learned as an entrepreneur, there is no such thing as a shortcut. Oftentimes it's better to stay in school and get that degree, because along the way you will expand your network greatly and meet co-founders and future potential key strategic partners. 7/8 billionaires went to college. Let that sink in. So you've made 23k in 3 years, at that rate, by the time you finish high school it'll be north of 30k. Keep doing what you're doing, but finish high school. One of these days you might need to take out a loan or maybe take a business class or something. Lender could reject you based on education, you may have to go back and finish GED to take classes. It's already almost all the way done and senior year is nothing if you're just trying to graduate. Maybe you can even see if your school offers an independent study or alternative track that would allow you to incorporate your business into your school work. You're going to run into opportunities every once in a while. You need capital to take advantage of them. Save as much as you can, you'll know when your opportunity comes. For me it was cryptocurrency. I got in on Cardano early on, then it went up 30x in value almost overnight. My issue was I didn't save much money. I only had $2k in it. But suddenly my $2k was now $60k until I had to pay 35% capital gains tax lol. If I had $20k, I'd have been in such a great position, I said I'd never let that happen again. It took years, but I finally did get another opportunity and was able to capitalize much better on it. I don't want people to take this wrong so I'll clarify, I'm not recommending anyone invest in anything especially crypto. I rarely buy crypto anymore and sell it shortly after when I do for a little profit. You can't force an opportunity. Start a business. Use that nest egg and start your own business. Find your passion, whatever it may be, find what makes you happy and turn it into a business. I don't know what country you're in, but I'm the US. You could do a lot with $23,000. My 14-year-old daughter spends her money on woodworking tools so that she can have her own business. She has a business plan with a supply list and she's on her way. I started my notary business with $1,000 and I make $7,000 a month. In 2021 I will start my own signing service with a projected $15,000 a month earning for 2021. What do you love to do? What makes you happy? I had the same thoughts when I was your age. I am 29 now. Looking back on the last 12 years, what helped me the most are my social skills. Go to school, be one of the few who appreciates free education and everything that comes with it. It's such a privilege. In a few years you will be thankful how cheap used books on the internet are and how much knowledge they contain. Until then, grow socially, learn as much as you can about as many topics as you can. You talk about scaling your business. Your brain and your body are your most valuable assets, make sure those always come first. Regarding your saved up money. Make sure you have always a security net and a few months' expenses saved up. Your parents love you and accept you coming home age 28, telling them you are broke and need a place to sleep and start over. Then invest the money more aggressively. You won't get rich quick by diversifying. Is getting rich quick your goal? I invested everything in my career until I reached a net worth that was considerably large, for me at least, that I didn't want to lose anymore. Read in the sub. There are a lot of good questions IMO, especially about social skills as an entrepreneur. Many things to come that we all don't see yet. Opinions change, interests change, good luck. First of all, well done, that's amazing. Most people don't have such a head start in life because they don't think to do what you have managed to do. I would say don't waste that opportunity, really think hard about how to use that money. My suggestions are 1. For the people saying buy Bitcoin, I can agree with that statement, however I would say XRP is a strong contender as well, and you'll get more back from it since it's dirt cheap, currently 23 cents each, that's almost 4 for each dollar you spend, so the ROI will be better than just Bitcoin alone when that takes off, because you'll be getting a lot more return for a lot less spending. And even if you broke it down by the numbers. Say you only used half that money to buy XRP. If it gets to the level that Bitcoin is currently at this time of writing. Which I think it's achievable. All this is in United States dollars $11,500 x $0.23 current price equals 2645 units of XRP. 2645 x $13,191.16. Current price of Bitcoin equals $34,890,618.20. And even if you want to go with a more realistic margin, because that's only if it got to what Bitcoin is currently sitting at, you get 2645 XRP by spending half of $11,500. Even if it only ever got to $100, you would still be looking at $264,500, which isn't bad at all. But all depends if you think it's worth it or not. 2. If you're looking to start a business of some kind, it might be worth not picking an industry where you would have to hire staff. It's better to have some goods or services that have people come to you rather than you go to them. The best example I can think of is a parking garage. If you pick the right place in a high traffic area in town, let's say, people will have to go there to park. It's rare for people to shop around when it comes to parking, depending on how far they want to walk. And you don't really need to maintain it very much at all. And it can all be run by yourself. I'm not sure where you're from, but in New Zealand, it's kind of a nightmare hiring staff because everything they don't do falls back on you. Even to the point of if they are having troubles at home, you have to be seen to be compassionate and try to help them as a boss. Also, health and safety laws are getting a bit out of hand here. I would say avoid staff if you can, that's why it would be good to have the sort of job where people come to you, a job that doesn't have stock to store, that will go off and rotten. But it may be different in your country, take that with a grain of salt. 3. If you're quite handy, you may be able to buy old houses and flip them. If you buy them cheap enough, in America there is no shortage of old, really nice places that have been neglected and are in dire need of repair. If you know how to put in plumbing, wiring, plaster or construction in general, that would be a good way to build capital. And you could even rent them out for a steady cash flow of income. There is a bunch of this stuff on YouTube, of people doing exactly this. 4. I've heard index funds are a good idea for the long term, like 50+ years, as they are low risk, high reward if you're prepared to wait that long, which is why it's good to start early. I can't speak for them myself as I haven't made that investment. But I've heard good things, maybe check that out. 5. High interest bank accounts are good if you are disciplined enough to not touch your money when you put it in there for however long you say you want to leave it in there for. However, interest rates are at an all-time low over the world so it may not be worth it to do that. And failing all this, finish high school, get a trade, and not some overpriced degree that costs $100,000 plus. My sister's boyfriend is an electrician and he's always busy with work and is paid rather well too, probably doesn't mean much here, but it's a job that will never go away and also, it's a need not a want. Like I don't need a window cleaner, but I want one, and if times are tough I would stop hiring a window cleaner and do the windows myself. However, most people can't not hire electricians and do the work themselves. Because things have to be up to code. So when someone needs an electrician they typically have no choice. Jobs like that are the ones to shoot for stability.